Hi, hello. So today I wanted to have a quick talk about using Linux perf tool to profile a process which is using high CPU. For example, here I have a top command output. It shows a process here, kswapd 0. So this process using CPU like 95.7% usage. So it is consuming high CPU on CPU number 0. So how do we find out what part of kswapd 0 process uh, consuming high CPU? We can use Linux perf tool to find that out. By the way, kswapd 0 is the kernel thread uh, to reclaim Linux system memory when the Linux system memory is under high demand. And yeah, so let's find it out. And the way you can do it is like here on this Linux box, we can run share. We can run shared bin. Let's say history group perf. Yeah, so we can run this command. Perf tool, and let's give a full pass to the perf binary on this box. So if we run this command, perf tool record, and then the process ID in this case is the kswapd process, kswapd 0 process, and we output the record data to this file, and dash dash. This is sleep like 5 seconds, for example, which is to record 5 seconds of performance data for kswapd 0. Okay, so we can run that just as an example. So this is just an example. 5 seconds is not enough, and we may not because I don't have the for example, I don't have the issue for this kswapd high CPU problem, so I will not get a see here the CPU is only 0.0, so this is the Linux box that does not have this issue. But if you have issue, similar issue with this kernel memory swiping kernel thread consuming high CPU, you can find out which part of this process consuming high CPU. Use the perf tool. So, and because I don't have this issue, and I only record 5 seconds, which likely I will not get any useful data because I don't have the problem. And then we can perf report, and then read in the data we just recorded. As you can see here, it says has no samples, right? But I do have a recorded data that has the real problem, and which is under, I put the recorded data under here that I collected from the other Linux box that have this problem. So let's report this. And now we see we have a sample collected here, and it shows the kswapd with 99.90% CPU usage, and let's scroll down here, and so it has a function called balance pgdat, which consuming the 96% dot 58% of this CPU usage, and then we look further here, 73.97% from shrink slab, and so it shows, so most likely most of the CPU is actually consumed from this guy shrink slab. So then you get the idea of which part of the kswapd consuming high CPU. And so under here shrink slab, we have this top guy here, prawn super, I would assume super block, which is like a file system super block. It might triggered by this Linux extension for file system shrink. So here there is a like lock, also using some CPU. So most likely it's this guy here having issue. So I did find kernel like a Red Hat article mentioning about this guy has a potential kernel bug, and yeah, so that's what I want to show you, how you can use a perf tool to profile a kernel process or user process to find out the which part of the process consuming high CPU. Okay. Yeah. So, and by the way, this command being perf, it's compiled. It can be compiled statically, so you can copy. You can compile perf tool statically, then copy this perf binary to your Linux box to profile the process CPU usage. So yeah. Okay, that's what I want to share today. Thank you for watching.